afternoon, no matter where you are around the world. Thanks for joining us here on the IndyCar Radio Network. Maybe joining us on Sirius XM Channel 185 or IndyCar Live for those of you watching around the world. My name is Nick Yeoman. Happy to have you join us as the Indy NXT drivers by Firestone heading out of the racetrack for their second practice session of the weekend, with qualifying just around the corner to set the grid for their first race of this brand new 2024 season. Yesterday, Davey Hamilton, who's back once again as our driver analyst, pretty clean session, and I think a pretty scary moment for the entire field was they look at the timing charts and they see a veteran like Louis Foster, as fast as he was, nearly 4/10 on the entire field. That is going to be the guy to beat. I think the line has been drawn in the sand yesterday.
You know, I think today, Nick, it's going to play out to where all the drivers used Firestones that they ran yesterday, as we see him going 3 wide right now, going down into turn 4. Miller passing 2 cars. Nice run for him right there. You're actually getting down into turn.
This is where points are paid, and that's ultimately where you want to be strong. So I think the fact that these drivers are dicing it up is a nice little sign for what we may see on Sunday.
They never were at the back of the field, as we see Siegel make a little mistake down at turn 1, overshooting it, but never in the back of the field. And by golly, they made the race, I mean, easily. And one of the guys we never would expect to miss a race, and that was Graham Rahal.
Nolan Siegel gets that car spun back around, had brake failure issues yesterday when he went way off into the runoff area yesterday and nosed into the tire barriers. That time, though, looked like he just carried a little too much speed down into turn number 1, but he got that car righted and continues on here in practice. Right now, the driver from Palo Alto, California, sits third quick. Everybody's still chasing after Louis Foster at minute 5.320 at a minute 5.23, and James Rowe has just jumped to second at a minute 5.46. We see issues for Reese Gold, the winner at Detroit a year ago, down in turn number 10. He's got that car slammed in reversed, finds a little bit of open track, and he will continue on here in practice.
As you said, on yourself or on the team, but expectations aren't expected because of you're new and we know how tough this series is. But man, you really want to do it, and that's what we see with a lot of these drivers. Is for example, you know, you look down through this Jamie Chadwick. Let's just use
is done for the session, as there's some heavy left front damage to that car. He appears to be okay. Davey, you're getting a look at the replay. Had Jack William Miller, who was taking a look to the inside as they made their way into turn 4.
Yeah, what happened there is he just completely missed the turn, and Miller was underneath of him, and he gave Miller a lot of room, maybe too much, just didn't turn in where he needed to. Or, you know, it's practice. Probably should have just slowed down, let Miller get by, and then
best of luck. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, a couple red flags, couple incidents right at the end of practice. Yuvan Sundaramurthy had an issue on the front straightaway, and Davey Nolan Aller around Pioneer Park, like riding a bull, all the wrong ways through turns. That's 8 and 9. He slapped the wall pretty hard.
Yeah, that's
impressive, and a lot of confidence coming into this race weekend. A reminder, here on IndyCar Radio, we're just getting started. Mark Janes and the crew will be back for IndyCar practice number 2 coming up at 9:35 Eastern Time. If you're listening on the radio network, keep it right there. You're going to hear an awesome piece on Scott Dixon's very first win, a First of the Flag episode featuring Scott Dixon's win at Nazareth Speedway. From the streets of St. Petersburg, great job by Louis Foster and Kyle Collette, Jamie Chadwick. They're the 3 fastest here in practice. Indy NXT back on track a little bit later this afternoon.